What's going on, everyone? So a viewer asked me on my last video saying, hey Chris, how do you plus when you do trades in Yu-Gi-Oh? So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys simply just that, the key to trading etiquette, how to properly trade, and etc. Before I get to the actual video, make sure you smash that like button. Let's try to get the video to 100 likes. It'll be awesome. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm uploading as much as I can in the week, usually one video every other day, typically about 3 to 5 videos a week. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. So how do you plus in trades? Now the obvious answer might be, well, obviously you rip the guy off by you giving him a low value card for a high value. That's true, but that's scumbaggy, and I don't want to promote scumbagginess on my channel. The real way you plus in trading is by getting cards that are low valued now that'll be worth more in the future, or cards that have potential to be worth more in the future. A great example of how to do this is studying the LCG. I always preach on my channel, look at the LCG, see what they're doing, see what decks are popular over there, because sometimes they run tech cards due to the fact that they have their formats before we get our formats. Like they had Zodiac before we got Zodiac. So a lot of cards people were using in combat, Zodiac, they had already. So, and if those cards were old already, we could pick those cards up for cheap. Then when Zodiacs come out, you don't have to worry about picking them up anymore because you already got said cards. A great example of this, Effect Veiler. Now, Ulti-Veilers right now, I think they went up in value or price, but the thing is, people didn't want them pre-current format, but pre-heavy multipose Electrum. People didn't care about Ulti-Veilers. You could probably move them in trades, but you're gonna move them very slow. If you'd have picked those up for a lower price pre the Metaphors guy coming out, and if you'd have been studying the LCG like this guy has been doing, and notice a trend of people running Effect Veiler, you could have picked them up months ago, sat on them, and then when this format rolled around, pushed them and traded for higher value. So to answer your question, I think his name was Joe, just pick up cards that are pretty good and then that are cheap, and then trade them off when they go up in value, because that way you're naturally gonna plus. You pick up a card that's $4, the card hops to $12, you can trade it for smaller cards that are 12 that are cheaper and go on from there. Like you can just make a cycle of this is how people build binders. You can literally build an empire when you think about it, because like for example, you can start with one card. Let's say we had a card like Mirror Force, right? And let's say Mirror Force is $5 right now, right? And let's say for whatever reason Mirror Force jumped to $50, like how it was when it was at its peak back in the day. We can take our $50 Mirror Force, trade it for a bunch of cards that have potential for future formats at $1 or $2 to $3, and then when those formats roll around and those cards pump up in value, we can trade those cards for more cards and trade those cards for more cards. The next thing you know, you're sitting on a binder this thick. Point blank simple. So yeah, man, there's really no easy way to plus in Yu-Gi-Oh. You just have to study the market, study the meta, and make the best educated decision. A great example of this is just looking at market watches, seeing what other people are doing. I know a lot of people think market watches are bad for the game, but me personally, I think market watches are good for the game. Not only because it helps the player save money, it allows you to know what's trending and what potential cards to pick up before someone else hop on a bandwagon. And yeah, so with that being said, I think that's just the best way to go about that. And as far as trading etiquette, because this is something that I think that don't get talked about as much in the community, just be respectful. If someone doesn't want to trade their card, don't get mad at them, just simply walk away. Don't bump in other people's trades. I really don't like that at all, especially when people hop in my trades. If you notice someone don't know the values of a card, it's up to you to let them know the value. Me personally, I always go by the rule that if we're both happy with the trade, then it's good to go. So for example, if I'm trading, let's say with another guy, and he wanted to give me an Ash Blossom for $30 in a trade. Now most people will sit up here and lie on camera and be like, no, that's not right, I won't do that, I won't take the Ash Blossom for the $30. This is when Ash Blossom was peaking at like 80 or 90 bucks, right? But knowing deep down inside, off camera, they'll pick it up for $30 in a heartbeat. Reason being, the person didn't know their trade, they didn't know their values. That's on them, it's not on you. They didn't say, hey, what do you think it's going for? Because nowadays, in 2018, there is literally no reason why people shouldn't know car prices. You literally just pick up your phone. Just pick up a phone. I don't have my phone in my wallet. Scroll through your phone, go on TCG Player like what most people do, and see your price. So I always go by the value of, if we're both cool with it, you're good to go. I just don't advocate intentionally trying to rip people off, like saying this car goes for that. Oh, that car's not valued that way. I think that's really scumbag and that's really bad for the game. And another thing I don't advocate is ripping off little kids. Now, once again, I would be a fool and a liar to sit up and say I haven't done it before. I've done it. I'm guilty of it. A lot of us are, right? But, you know, me personally, I just don't think that's cool. A lot of these kids, they don't know no better. Nowadays, you really don't get people with that 12 to 13 age range playing. I've seen at regionals, I've seen either 10 or under or 16 plus. And to me, anybody that's like 15 under is still a kid, in my personal opinion. So I'm not going to try to prey on someone who's not that knowledgeable about the game. I would rather not even deal with them anyway, unless I had a card that they really wanted, like a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and they really wanted that card and they didn't care about values. I'm like, sure, here you go. But other than that, I personally just rather buy the card I want anyway. I'm not really a big fan of trading in Yu-Gi-Oh! In this day and age because it freaking sucks and everyone want to make profit. But to close this video out, I don't want to be too long. Just make sure when you guys are trading and you guys do want to plus in this card game, just make sure that pick up good things early, sit on them, and when they go up in value, you guys will make your pluses. So if you guys found this video informative, once again, you can hit that subscribe button, hit the like on the video, share this video if you guys want it. And also, if you guys are fans of me, if you guys want to consume more of my content, check out my Masked Hero story. It's a video I worked on for about 6 hours, and it's something I'm really proud of. Pretty much a fan-made story that's going over the Masked Hero archetype in my own little fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore. So all that being said, man, this is Innovation Yugioh. Getting a little sleepy because I'm getting tongue-tied every 5 minutes. I'm signing out. Peace.